show you some part. You
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast pregame episode exclusively on Patreon. Of course, I'm Ray. I'm sitting here with my main man, Matt, filling up his Viking apparatus.
Viking apparatus. Like that.
And, dude, I think I was telling you a little bit when you were upstairs. I made my first trip to St. Mary's County, Maryland yesterday for work. And let me tell you something. If nobody's been out in St. Mary's County, Maryland, it's beautiful. If you're local, go. If you're not local, come to Maryland, go to St. Mary's County. You've been to Annapolis, right?
Been to Annapolis.
Have you ever heard of Solomon's Island Road?
No.
Okay, well, there's a road out there called Solomon's Island Road. I know it very well. I've always had family in Annapolis. I finally fucking found out where Solomon's Island is. You go all the way down Solomon's Island, and it takes you into St. Mary's County, Maryland, and that's where Solomon's Island is. However, getting to Solomon's Island, I went over the scariest fucking bridge I've went over in my entire fucking existence. I can do the Bay Bridge. I can do the double layer bridge, the double decker bridge in PA. I can do any other bridge. This bridge went pretty much straight fucking up. Straight fucking up.
Like a roller coaster.
Yeah. And my supervisor, he's from that area. He's from like the Bowie area. He knows Waldorf and all that pretty well. And he said that underneath that bridge, the water is like 175 foot deep. And the reason why the bridge slopes that much is because it was for naval ships to go through. So pretty much it kind of served as, instead of being a drawbridge, they just sloped the bridge super high. And
it makes sense, because they're probably like, well, fuck this. We'll just make a very high bridge so we won't have to keep opening and shutting.
Yeah.
So,
but imagine this though. You decide that you want to end it all, and you jump off that fucking bridge. Like we all know a lot of people die before they hit the water from the Bay Bridge.
Right.
Like, if you don't die from hitting the water in that bridge, if you hit the water, I suggest putting like a concrete block around your neck, because if it's 175 foot deep, I wonder how deep you'll be when you die. Like, as you're being drugged down by the block, like, is it like 85 foot you take your last breath? Is it like 100 foot?
See, that's my problem with and not to knock on any suicides, things, but when you jump off a bridge, especially like something that high, or people jump off of a fucking building, like, my problem would be, fuck, this is probably the wrong mistake, but now it's too late. You're already falling, and you're like, shit. And then, like, you continue to fall, like, fuck, this is a long fall. Why didn't I just, because you really only need how many feet? Like, maybe, I don't know, say like 100 feet, really.
See, my thing, I've always thought about this. Have you ever heard with the Empire State Building, that if you were to throw a penny off the Empire State Building, it would kill the person on the ground? Right. So if somebody were to jump off the Empire State Building to their death, if a penny will kill somebody, like, just imagine that. Like, a body just comes down 100 miles an hour off of a building like that. Like, what kind of impact that's going to be? Will that legitimately break the concrete? Like, kind of like in a cartoon?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, that's
it actually, yes, it would actually probably leave like an impact, like a dent.
Yeah.
In the concrete.
Oh, and speaking of which, too, I saw a terrible, terrible thing happen on my way home yesterday. And I was on the road. I was on the highway. There was a median. There was some grass. And I'm sitting at a traffic light. There's two cars in front of me. And these little baby geese run out. They run under. Right. They run under the car in front of the car in front of me. Right. And I see the car in front of me throwing their hands like, no. The second they run underneath, the light turns green and the car goes, because they didn't know they were there.
Shit.
And you see at least like 4 or 5 of them scatter back, and then one behind. And then once you made it through, you saw 3 of them like flat as pancakes in the street. And it's just like, no. Bro. And they're like little babies. And I didn't see where Mama Goose was. So sadly, I don't that was a busy highway. I don't think those little guys made it. Like, I thought about that my entire drive back. I was just kind of like,
isn't that the shitty part though? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm crazy and I don't care about human life, but I care much more like nature than I care about fucking humans.
Me and Jess said
humans are assholes.
That we took their land. Like, this is all, like, for example, White Marsh. White Marsh was a marsh. That whole thing was marshland.
I don't know. What are they doing to White Marsh now? Like, did you see that? Like, they tore down a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
And it's like
they're taking more animal life away. That's what it is. They're just kind of like, fuck you. Like they're literally just walking out in the woods and shooting deer at point blank range. You know how we try to beat the bull to death with our fists in Far Cry 5? That's what they're doing to all the wilderness. They're just beating them to death with their fists.
It's crazy.
But
so people are fucking assholes. So like with people dying, like, and I mean, it sounds like I said, it sounds a little sure, but you know, humans are kind of assholes, you know. But what did that baby duckling do to you, you asshole?
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, if someone sat there and they were like, all right, here's a gun, shoot both of your dogs point blank range in the head, or shoot yourself, I would shoot myself.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to. Like, my dogs just sadly look like they didn't do anything wrong. Like, you know, it's what the fuck. So, you know, but yeah, I mean, dude, like, oh, St. Mary's County, also Point Lookout State Park is up there. And if you know anything about Point Lookout,
nope, I think I have heard of that.
Yeah, Point Lookout, that's historical. So that's where, you know, a lot of lookouts were happening for. I believe it was Civil War. So Point Lookout is where they looked out, because you look at it, it's the bottom part of Maryland. So it's very bottom part of Maryland. So everybody's coming across the ocean, you know, towards Maryland. So everybody's looking to see if the British is coming that way from Point Lookout State Park. And actually, where Maryland ends, the bottom of Maryland, I'm actually kind of curious on what the next thing is.
Is that the Civil War?
Point Lookout? I don't know. It might be World War One.
No, it's definitely not World War One, dude.
It's got to be. No, it might.
Our listeners right now are probably these fucking retards.
Revolutionary War.
Yeah, because it was the British. The Civil War was fought amongst us.
Yeah. You know, that's my fault. I got that wrong, and I'm a history buff. Right, I got that wrong.
I'm sorry. I had to fucking PC you.
I'd rather be corrected. Like, I mean, God forbid if I put any misleading information out there.
We're gonna get fucking banned real
quick.
For
the whole 3 people that are probably watching on this Patreon, if at all, you know, if we put any misleading facts out there,
we're gonna get fact right away. But no, I think it is the Revolutionary War. Because if you're referring to the British coming, I think the British were like, well, fuck those Americans at that point.
I think what it was is, you know, in the beginning, the British were coming pretty hard. Now they don't come as hard. So that's the thing. It's like, you know, and that's the thing. Like,
are we referring to war, or are we referring to the men coming early?
I think the men coming early. I think that's what.
Is this like a statistic? We need statistics now.
Yeah, and of course, I'm talking about the British. I'm wearing red and red with a blue hat. So I don't know. But you know, here's the thing.
Yeah, you fucking turn.
We're so over in the UK. Like, I mean, granted, to be honest and fair, the last 2 episodes didn't really perform as well as some of the other ones did. However, they still performed quite well in the UK, as they always do. So,
like I said, the UK, and a shout out to them that you know, the UK is really interested in American, I guess, culture, as we are as interested with theirs.
Yeah,
and of course they want to know, like, what the fuck is going on with us.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, you know, the UK, and we all know the UK was with such a lockdown.
Oh yeah.
That, you know, with that lockdown, you know, they got nothing but time. They had nothing but time on their hands.
Right.
So, you know, it's the whole thing of, hey, you know, let's do this, blah blah blah, this, that, and another. So, you know, but yeah. You know, that's just the whole thing. The UK is just delivering here and there, and you know that is what it is. So, I'm just checking some of the stuff on this for stuff for that. There we go. All right, cool. But no, I mean, and of course, you know, talking about that, well, not talking about that, but also our guest tonight is Lesli Margherita. But the thing is I got to ask her when she comes on if it's Margarita or Margherita.
Margherita.
Yeah, like how, like I want to pronounce it right. I believe it's Margarita.
I'm going to try to.
Margherita.
Now we're going to get in trouble for for that.
And that's the thing. It's like, I feel like
Margherita.
Well, you know, if we break to her early that we're really fucked up individuals, maybe, that's what it'll be. And I hope that since her last name is Margherita, that she comes on with a margarita. That would be great.
Margherita. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I can sit there and I can ask her, be like, so since your last name's Margarita, have you ever had a cheesy pickup line so someone can be like, I would drink you like a margarita. I would drink you like a margarita.
Drink you. It's pretty disturbing that I'm thinking about it. Oh man. But yeah, I hear she's really good. She's like Broadway. Like she's a dancer.
Yeah, she did.
I've seen a few of her clips on I believe what's all the kids are into it now. Twitter. Oh yeah.
TikTok.
It might have been one of those.
Yeah, TikTok. It's the TikTok. We dance on that. That's what we do. But, we don't have it. Well, we do, but I don't add a lot of videos to it. It's mainly just our Ode to Humanity segments that I throw up.
But she was ice skating, so
okay,
she can ice skate.
Definitely ask her about that. As we know, she does Broadway. She's an on-screen star, so she's done Zorro, Matilda. You name it, she's done it, with that aspect of things.
Matilda the musical.
Now, the thing is here, move over this way a little bit, Matt.
Sure.
But the whole thing is I'm hoping that with Matilda the musical, that she pretty much, I'm interested in who they casted as the Danny DeVito role, because Danny DeVito played such a great role in that movie. DeVito. And what the hell? Oh, Miss Trunchbull. She was Miss Trunchbull. Yeah, Trunchbull. All right, let's connect with her real quick.
It's funny.
Microphone's live.
Hello.
Hello. Oops.
Hey.
How are you?
Too early. No,
How's it going?
It's good. We're currently doing our pre-show. We're just kind of hanging out. We shoot a little bit of exclusive stuff for our Patreon. Now, I was talking to Matt before you came on. Your last name, is it Margarita or Margarita?
You can say it however you want. Margarita.
Okay. We'll say.
You can absolutely say Margarita.
And that's the thing. I'm like, so it's the kind of thing. Your last name's Margarita. And I told him, I'm like, it'd be hilarious. Like, I wonder if you were ever at any point you were out at the bar and you got a cheesy pickup line, and it was the whole thing.
Oh God!
I was just like, yeah, I want to drink you like a margarita.
Yeah, and then my answer is always, it's not the drink, it's the pizza. Eat me.
And Leslie, definitely feel free to be yourself. We're for audience's podcast, so say whatever you want. You want to cuss?
Great.
Cuss. We do play a couple of games. What we'll do is we'll go about. Are you good to go to do the whole hour?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll go about 30 minutes, and then normally on the live feed, I'll say we're going to take a break. That gives me time for when the episode airs next week to edit in all the commercials, all that fun stuff. When we come back from that, we normally do the games, which is 5-second rule, Cards Against Humanity, and Incoherent. So we'll play those, coming back. So those are normally fun. Just let loose. We'll talk about your career, anything you want to talk about. Of course, we're idiots. Like
talk about whatever. Okay.
What I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and get us ready for Facebook Live.
Just trying to do some news here.
Sure, yeah. So it's on Facebook? Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me?
For drinking, it's okay. You can show them pouring a drink. I thought that was a bong.
Oh, yeah. Now we don't get down like that.
That's all. The first thing I saw was like, oh.
No, it's a drinking horn.
Yeah, that's his drinking apparatus.
Yeah, that's not a bong.
Is it a real horn? Like, is it the real horn?
Is that your mom in the background?
My sister.
Yes, sir. I didn't know. I didn't know who it was. I just saw. We're gonna die. She's gonna come through the screen and just strangle both of us. Hello, how are you? I'm sorry. I just seen someone go by. I wasn't sure who it was.
I had to get a drink.
anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and wrap up our Patreon exclusive. And Ray, this is Matt. We will see you guys hopefully on the live episode with Lesli Margherita. And we will see you guys then.
Do different breweries literally send you? They're like, please just shout us out, and we'll.
Well, we reach out to them.
Yeah,
and we're actually supposed to be going to a brewery.
Yeah, we're going to be featuring our first brewery because, of course, COVID happened.
Yeah.
So we couldn't feature a lot of breweries because a lot of them were closed. But there was a local. Do you like rum?
Yeah.
There's a local. Look them up. They're called Lion Rum, and they have dark rum, light rum. They sent us out some rum to feature. They're in St. Michael's.
Oh, wow.
And we might be going up there probably later on in the year, if not next year coming up. But there's a company called Hysteria Brewing Company. We're going to go out there. We just mainly pick up whatever. I mean, a lot of it helped us social media wise gain traction because we tagged them in our posts. So a retweet or reshare. So really, we put ourselves through the hell of taking that Tabasco whiskey.
I mean,
socially, like that.
I still taste it. I still taste it.
That's the thing. That's what I was like. Is some of the beer, is some of it just
some of it is shit.
He knows. I'll go to the store.
I'll be honest. Because we're off air. Some of it is shit. I'm like,
God,
what the fuck are we drinking?
We had this gin. It was called Polo Club Gin, and the logo was like the polo logo from like what church.
It smelled and tastes like cologne.
Yeah. It tasted the way cologne smells. That's
there you go. That's a good one.
Your face when you had the Tabasco, I was like, oh no. Oh God.
Oh God.
And what we normally do too is anything off air too. We normally add that to our Patreon as well. So but yeah, it's great. Real quick, would you be able to say this is Lesli Margherita and you're listening to the Happy Hour podcast?
Margherita. Of course. Okay, when do I do it? Tell me when. Okay. This is Lesli Margherita, and you are listening to the Happy Hour podcast.
Awesome. Hopefully, I hope you had a good time. It was one of those things.
It was a blast.
And I love it when we have episodes where we don't even really go to the notes. We just, as I said, you do live theater. I do pro wrestling. And I'd like to train the guys. I'm like, guys, you need to know how to call shit on the fly.
Totally. Yeah.
When Matt first started, he's never done anything like this in his life. I'm used to, being an entertainer, but he knew I can navigate through. Like if need be, I'll be like I listen to stuff. And if you bring something up, I'll be like, oh, well, what about that? Like, when you brought up UCLA, I could go over to that. And so he's gotten a lot better. He's polished up a lot. But
come on, you guys are great.
Yeah, I like to just call it on the fly as we go. It's like, as the show goes on, I just ignore the notes. I'm like, hey, the notes, screw it. Let's just have fun. People ask us.
That's kind of what our podcast is all about. Just drinking, having
what
like, you would drink if you were at the pub or something.
Yeah. If we drink from the pub, we'd be like, this is that shit we want to know. Like
that. Yeah.
So,
are you going to watch that show Heels?
Heels? What?
Have you heard about that?
No,
I haven't heard about
the
that.
show about.
Oh, is that the one with Stephen Amell in it or whatever?
Yes. It's like, it's not pro wrestling. I don't know what it actually is. It's wrestling, but it's like pro wrestling.
Yes,
but it's like the lower, like
like the independents. That's what I did. I'm getting ready to go through. I told a few people I'm getting ready to have, and not a lot of indie wrestlers do this. When guys win titles in WWE, they give them a replica of the titles that they won. So I'm getting ready to go through and have replicas of the championships I've won throughout the independents done up, and then that way I can display them somewhere in my basement or on my wall or something like that. Because honestly, if it wasn't for that, everything I have in my life right now, my wife, the podcast, everything is because I had that opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
it's insane.
I have to go because I have to use the bathroom. It's coming out. And it's going to burn. Well, now hold my horn for me.
I'll take it. Oh, God, there's still something. I was going to lay it down.
No, don't lay it down. There's still beer in there. But thank you, Lesli, for being on the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We would not be anywhere without Eric guest.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I love it.
We appreciate it. I hope you had a great time. It looked like you had a great time. How many drinks did you have throughout this? Like you had
two,
a good
just two. Sadly. Sadly, just two. I know.
And Facebook Live, we were live on Facebook, but the real edited version of the audio podcast will be next Sunday, the 16th.
Okay,
So
I'll share it everywhere. Yeah.
I'll tag you in it, all that. We'll probably share it for about a week or so. So, but yeah, it was fun. I hope you had a great time.
A blast and a blast. Yeah.
Let me know if you want we have a merch store. Let me know if you want like a shirt or something.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll send one out to you. The only thing we ask you send us a picture, then that way we
can
social
media.
Oh
yeah.
Around,
totally.
All that stuff. So all right.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yay.
Appreciate
it. Thank you so much.
Seriously, get out to Baltimore. Like,
I really gotta go. It's crazy.
We may be the biggest murder capital in the world, but it's called Charm City for a reason. If you come, definitely go to Oriole Park. I always tell people it's the best stadium in ballpark. Most stadiums are modeled after Camden Yards now. Pittsburgh is, Nationals are. A lot of them are modeled after Camden Yards. It's best views, best ballpark in baseball. Definitely wear your Red Sox stuff. People, they're open arms. Red Sox fans are there all the time. I hate it whenever they're there because I'm always right. But no, definitely. I mean, if you're in town and Orioles going on, hit us up. Well,
oh my God, totally. Yeah, I absolutely will.
And go find a duck pin bowling alley if you're in Maryland too, and play duck pins and let us know how it went.
Okay. I will.
We'll have you on in the future too.
Please. Yeah, I would love it.
Awesome.
Oh my God, thank you guys. Let me know if you need anything.
All right, tell your mom and sister we said hello.
I will.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye.